Now, the command line is having a bit of a renaissance. Now, for many years, we saw progress as what was happening with graphical user interfaces, icons, mouse, menu, and so on. But actually, in the AI age, kind of typing things in has become cool and trendy again. So if you think about prompting for, ChatGPT or whatever, millions of people are now used to typing something in, pressing enter, and then expecting something to happen. Well, that's the very paradigm of the terminal. You type something in, you press enter, and something happens. And in fact, even more so, coding harnesses like Claude Code or Codex have again brought this idea closer to our thinking. So you type something in, you press enter, and then it goes away and it can generate code. So it makes sense that actually AI should be integrated into the humble terminal where you've been typing in, make dir, make directory and directory listings, where you've been doing those kind of things. It makes sense for AI to be there. And to that end, Microsoft has actually released now the Microsoft Intelligent Terminal based on its previous Microsoft Terminal program. I've got videos about that here on this channel. And this one builds in AI into the terminal, but not in the way that you think. So if you want to find out more, please let me explain. Now, installing the Intelligent Terminal is fairly simple. Once you get going, there's a very short wizard setup phase. The first page shows you that you're installing the Intelligent Terminal, and then there is some very quick options that you can use. The most important one is picking your agent. You have a list of different ones you can pick from: GitHub, Claude, Codex. In fact, you can use any ACP compatible agent if you do a bit of manual configuration. I've gone with Codex because I have a subscription to OpenAI and I have Codex installed. Some of the other options include automatic error detection, which you definitely want to have on if you're using Intelligent Terminal because that's really one of its great features. And session management gives Intelligent Terminal permission to track the status of your running or active agents, which means you can even jump in and out of maybe some things that Codex are running, for example, and you can pick where you'd like the agent pane to appear. At the bottom, for example, is the default. Okay, once that's all installed, you need to fire up the Intelligent Terminal. Okay, so here is the Intelligent Terminal. It looks very much like the normal Microsoft Terminal. In fact, it is a fork of that. So if I click on that little drop down, I get all the other terminals that I've already previously set up for the Microsoft Terminal. If you go into settings, there is a new section now called Agents, where you can basically configure those things that we were just looking at for that wizard during the install. Now, the other thing to notice is the couple of icons down here at the bottom, two on the left here, one on the right. Now I'm going to go full screen so we can see clearly what we can do, but this is the kind of the normal terminal as you start it up. Okay, so here I am on the command line, and let's say I want to make a directory for my C projects, but I'm going to deliberately make a spelling mistake here. I'm going to put in double K, okay, MKKDIR, which is wrong. Okay, so I hit enter, and of course I get an error. Now, this is what the Intelligent Terminal does. It's actually tracked what I've done. And down here at the bottom, it says click or press Control-Alt-Dot to ask the agent for a suggested fix. So if I click on here, it brings up the agent terminal in the bottom half of the screen. And it's actually pointed out that really what I want to do is MKDIR C projects. Okay, and then from here I can actually just insert that or run it. Let's insert it. So there is the correct command. I can get rid of the agent by clicking on this other icon. So that kind of makes the pane disappear. Very simple. And now if I do that, there you go, that command worked. Now obviously that's a very simple command, but if you're doing more complicated work and you're not sure what you need to do, then having the agent being able to help you here is a great advantage. Now AI is useful in so many different areas, which leads me to today's sponsor. Veed is an all-in-one AI-powered video creation platform. Now by video creation, I don't just mean generative AI, I mean everything that creators and marketers need to create video. You can create images and videos from plain text prompts. You can create talking head videos with realistic characters. And you can even edit your videos with AI assistance. For example, I asked Veed to create me a talking head video quiz related to important technology moments. It created a script and a talking head video about the first SMS message ever sent, which I thought was a cool choice. I could then tweak the character and the segment. I then asked it to render the video, and in a few minutes I had a sweet social media video with viral potential. Alongside the generative AI capabilities, Veet also offers other AI tools like dynamic subtitles, AI transitions, background removal, audio cleanup, and video resizing. Go check out Veet, the link is in the description below, along with a code that will get you 30% off your first month. Now let's say I want to write a C program, so I'm just going to quickly edit hello w.c, hello world, and let's just quickly type in the standard kind of C program here. Not a problem. Okay, so there's the standard C program, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to introduce an error. I'm going to get rid of that F, so it becomes print rather than printf. Okay, let's try and compile that. Okay, so I have GCC installed on this machine. So if I try to compile now hello w.c, I get an error. Oh dear, what do I do now? Now I could cut and paste that into, a chat session on, ChatGPT or whatever I'm using. But notice again, that yellow thing has come up down the bottom here. So I can click it again and it's looking at my error and it's come up with a recommended thing to do. Now what it's actually going to do is it's going to run a PowerShell command to replace print with printf. Look at that here. Okay, so it's actually spotted what the error is. So we can go ahead and run that command. Okay, and now it's done that. Let's get rid of the pane. So now if I edit that program again, okay, we can see it's actually made the text change for me. Hello world has now got a printf rather than a print. So now I can go ahead and try to compile that again, and now it works, and I can run the exe hello world. So the intelligent terminal has been tracking what I've been doing and offers me help when an error comes up. Of course, I can also just use the intelligent terminal, so I can even use it like a ChatGPT session. So for example, how tall is the Shard in London? Okay, so I'm just typing that in as a prompt, just like I would for any AI model. The Shard in London is 309.6 meters tall, and then it gives me it in feet. So I'm just chatting to it here. Of course, that's not the real reason for using it. The real reason is for it interacting with my terminal sessions. But I'm really running Codex here. I can do whatever I can do in Codex, I can do in this pane. But the power is when the two are linked together. Okay, so there you have it, AI built into the terminal, Microsoft Intelligent Terminal. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is this a good way to do it? Is this a helpful way to do it? Tell me what you think in the comments below. My name is Gary Sims. This is Gary Explains. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you like these kind of videos, then please do stick around by subscribing to the channel. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.